Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to show you all three types of roti. Firstly, I'm going to make an aloo roti, and thereafter I'm going to make my three-corner roti, and then in the end I'm going to make a sugar with cinnamon roti. The starting point is making my basic roti dough like I showed you all in a video. Once that is done, I'm going to show you how I prepare the potatoes for the aloo paratha. This is 500 grams of potato, of which I washed, and now I'm going to put it to boil up with a liter of water. And when the potatoes are ready to smash, then I will show you the other ingredients that goes for the paratha. My potatoes are all boiled up. I'm going to take it to the zinc and get it peeled and smashed. And then I will show you all how I braise the potatoes. Okay, here are my ingredients for braising up my mashed potatoes. Because I've got a small amount of potatoes, so I'm not using much, but if you are intend making more, you can add on to the method. I have a quarter cup of oil and a very small onions that I sliced up finely, and then I have half a teaspoon of hurdee and half a teaspoon of whole jeera, and I have a teaspoon of fine salt, but we're going to taste, and we can add salt per your taste. And then I have some fresh leafy dhania that I washed out, and I'm going to use it accordingly to the mash when I'm going to actually garnish it. I have my frying pan on. First I'm going to add in my oil. I don't think so, it's heated up. I've got my flames on moderate heat. Now I'm going to add in my onions. The oil is quite hot. You can use raw onions to your mashed potatoes like the choka way, but when rolling becomes a problem because the onions pop out from the dough. So we're going to fry out our onions. Onions are browning up. I add in my old jeera. And then my hurdee, give it a good stir. If you like it to be a little bit hot, so you can use a little bit, like just say a quarter teaspoon of mixed masala, or you can crush your green chilies and fry it out in the same manner. And this is my mashed potatoes that I'm putting in. This potato will make around 7 to 8 roti, but for a very small family, we will make about 4 rotis, because aloo paratha is quite a heavy meal. Then I'm going to add in my salt and give it a taste, and then I'll garnish with my dhania. You can see the oil, it's no oil is showing, otherwise it will start getting soggy when you add it to your roti, or it will be difficult to roll. If you feel it's difficult to roll, then you can add maybe 2 tablespoons of flour. Our potatoes are done now. I'm going to let it cool a bit so I can be able to handle it when making the roti. While my potatoes are cooling down, I put my tawa on. In this little pot, I heated up 2 tablespoons of margarine with a 1/4 cup of oil. That is for to toast my rotis. Now my potatoes are cooled down. I'm going to cut my dhania and garnish. And it was also tasted by the taster. He says the salt is fine. This is just the leafy part of the dhania. We have to cut it very fine. We don't have to use all, just a little bit will be enough just to say we garnish. So that will be enough. I'll give it a stir. Right, this is how my potato look. I had my roti dough prepared. It's the same measurements of the basic that I made for my plain roti. Okay, we round it. And then I have some flour to dip it to roll. I'm going to make very big rotis. We have to go accordingly to the choka size. I roll it a little bit so we can get extra potato in. And then I place it into my palm this manner using my hands. I take quite a bit of the potato. And then, like how we do for the dal roti, we'll grab in all this and then make it into tighten it into the ball. See whether your edges are not cracking. That's the reason why you mustn't work with it while it's hot. And go gently rolling it. And see your sides, once it's cracked, you can bring it back into position. This potatoes wasn't the best grade. You can see these potatoes wasn't melting movement because it didn't smash properly. Right, this is the first one. Let's put it on the tawa. This is my first roti going on the tawa. Usually the very first roti don't come out too perfect. This roti will take a little longer than the normal roti. Once when you see it's starting to bubble, then you can give it a turn. And then I will brush my oil and margarine mixture to the side that I turned. If you get your roti tearing in the side, it doesn't matter because it's the first one. Keep rising it up to check it mustn't burn. If you like your roti to be more roasted, then give it another gentle turn. You don't have to worry about these happenings because our potatoes were boiled and braised out, so it's already cooked. It's only the flour to cook. It's looking nice and red, so I'm going to take this one off. Must remember the first one is always not the best. This is my second roti to the tawa. For beginners, you can make your roti slightly thick. Yeah, that is looking nice. If you don't like your roti too oily, just apply a little bit of this oil so you don't make it oily. Don't try this at home. I'm used doing it. This roti you can turn it about 4 to 5 times because if you like it crispy, but as it stands and cool down, it comes back to normal. Doesn't stay crisp all the time. The second one is done. And as you all know, my son is a food critic. He tasted the first one and he said, it's tasty. And now I'm going to show you the 3-corner roti. We call it the 3 corners because it has 3 corners. And generally it's quite rich. And this roti was our every Sunday breakfast on the farm. So I roll it out. This is how we make it. This is a small rolled out roti. Then my margarine, I've taken it out from the fridge and made it to come to room temperature, so it will be able to spread out. So I'll spread it out. There was a viewer that requested me to make this roti. See, I'm not going to the edge. This is what I'm going to do now. Take a flour and sprinkle onto the In this manner, it will be able to pick up the layers. So what I do is bring it to the fold and press in the edges. And then this is a samosa shape. Press in the edges so the margarine won't escape. Now again, it's left on your roller to do the job. Don't press very hard, go gently. These rotis don't be rolled out very thin. Okay, this one is done. Need to go on the tawa. Okay, put my roti to my tawa. I'm going to toast it with a little bit of the margarine, otherwise it's going to be too rich. Just a little bit. Now this roti is done. I gave it a turn about 4 times. I like it being red. Okay, my roti is ready. Here's my second 3-corner roti, ready to go on the tawa. This is a 3-corner roti. Now I'm making a sugar roti. It's a sugar. You can use any type of sugar, the brown or the white. And I'm gonna just sprinkle some cinnamon powder to it. This roti, whenever I make roti, the last batch of it, maybe 1 or 2 roti, I make it with the sugar and cinnamon to give it to the children as a treat. I give it a slight roll. So I can add in more sugar to it. Then I take my sugar and I sprinkle it around, mostly to the center. And then my cinnamon powder. And then close it up. gently unrolling it. Okay, the rolling is done. And here goes my sugar roti with cinnamon onto the tawa. But must be very careful because the sugar will melt and get too hot to handle. Whenever making sugar roti, you have to be quick with it on the tawa because the sugar melts. You can't allow it to stand and see it fast because of the sugar. Sugar burns very fast. Also, you have to eat this roti very fast too. And then it's done. Here's my 3 different types of rotis. Starting first with the aloo paratha, and then the 3-corner roti. It's easy to pull out the layers of this 3-corner roti. See, the layers can get pulled out very easily. And then the sugar roti with cinnamon powder. So the choice is yours. What you choose to make, enjoy.